All right, how's everyone doing? Thursday night, another live meditation. Before we do the meditation, I have quite a bit I think I'm going to talk about tonight. I wanted to talk about the name of my Twitch channel here, Coral Living. You might have wondered, why the hell did he name his channel Coral Living? And we do these meditations every week. Why the Coral Living thing? What does that have to do with anything? Well, it kind of got inspired. Well, it didn't kind of. It did. It got inspired by something that I find deeply fascinating. And I got this book here that I'll show you. It's called Spiral Dynamics. And I heard about this about 4 years ago. My brother kind of got me onto it. And I found it so fascinating. And basically what it is, it's a model that takes a look at the psychological evolution of someone's morals and values and belief systems, and how they change and move over time, and how they grow. And I won't go super heavy into it. Kind of what it does is it sorts where you're at in your evolutionary development in color stages, to kind of simplify it, make it easier to kind of see. When you study it and you look at it, you'll be able to kind of gauge where you are on that ladder. And for someone like me, I found it so fascinating. I was shocked in the beginning to be like, why haven't I not heard of this before? Because as you're moving through life, it would be good to have kind of like a roadmap to where you're going. Now, other people online have touched on this, and I will send you to them. The facet that I kind of wanted to just talk a little bit about is that coral. The stage coral on the spiral dynamics is very high up the ladder. And I guess maybe it's not something to aspire to, but it might be a look at where you're going. And coral is kind of so high up there that no one really even knows what it is. There are these other stages that have been reached, and the higher you go up that ladder, the less people there are up that ladder. I think one of the mistakes people make when they're looking at spiral dynamics, and they use it as something to judge other people and look down upon those who might not be as far up the ladder. And I don't think that's what this was meant to do. I don't think it's meant to demonize other people. One of the funny things about spiral dynamics is that so few people know about it, and depending on where you are on that spiral, you tend to, until you get to like this next level, there's like the first tier colors and the second tier. Until you get to the second tier color, you see everyone else on that spiral as like working against you somehow, and they're dumb and they're not. And this is kind of really cool because it really helps you understand where people are. Don't use it to judge people, but use it as a tool to understand where people are in their psychological development. And if you can steer people and help them, with a situation, maybe this could be also a helpful tool to help people grow and develop. It's helped me. It's helped me see some of the blockages in my thinking, where I'm too ideological, where certain belief systems they are limited, and they can grow and expand. It's really fascinating. Now, I said I was kind of shocked in the beginning with spiral dynamics, because I was like, why isn't this not been taught? But as soon as you start to get into it, you will start to realize very quickly why people have a hard time with spiral dynamics, because it can be a ridiculous bitter pill to swallow. If you are really ideological, if you have a bunch of belief systems that you know are absolutely true, this is going to challenge that. It's going to challenge it. And you're going to have to sit with that. And some people are just not willing to face certain things at where they are. They're not ready for that growth period. I was kind of lucky with spiral dynamics in the way I was lucky with finding meditation, is that I was on the cusp of transitioning from one stage to the next stage, and this kind of helped me with that. And I was like, oh, okay. Um, uh, but some people, it's funny. I've shared it with friends and stuff like that before. Some people, they will look at spiral dynamics and almost instantly they'll just deny it because it's too much. It's too threatening to their belief systems and the way that they live their lives and they go about things. Imagine you had a way of thinking that your business, you conducted yourself in your business or your family or your religious beliefs or something like that, and then all of a sudden that was like challenged or threatened right away. You're not going to be like, oh well, this system tells me that I can develop beyond that and move higher up the ladder. Well, I better put those things aside, and move past them and grow past that. That's very unlikely. Like, how many people do you know like that? It's very hard. The right things need to be triggered in your life almost to grow through. You need to grow through each stage as you grow. And it's not like you're just one stage. You can be like one color set and a little bit of another color and a little bit of another color. So there's a lot to it, but it's really fascinating. If you want to understand why the world is the way it is right now, you look at all the countries and how they do things and how people are, whether it's conservatives or liberals or super practically minded people or religious people. This helps you understand why those people believe what they believe and what's coming next for them as they grow. Um, some people, though, from what I'm learning in this book right now, is that some people are in like locked mode. They will not get to the next level. In certain facets, whole countries of people will have to die off before the next stages of psychological evolution, you know, go into effect. And that's just the way it is. It's unless something dramatic that I don't know about or something happens, a lot of these things need to be lived through. Now, if I'll throw this out there, if you go to actualize.org, you can watch a great series on spiral dynamics on there. Just look up actualize.org and if you put spiral dynamics into YouTube, the guy there, his name's Leo Guru. He does a very good job of going through each color stage and their growth. And I think you should go from beginning to the end in terms of what he's done there. And there's like something like 12, 15 hours worth of material there that you could watch there. And then there are other people who have spiral dynamics videos that I've watched. I tried to find like debunking things because I always like to try to see like, is this really true? Is this not? Could not find anything. Like, I think I found like one video, and I looked for debunking things on spiral dynamics. Maybe because it's only shown up in the last 50, 60 years. Maybe that's why there's so little content on spiral dynamics. There are a few other books you can get out there. So you can watch those videos if you want. Then I'll just put this book here. So this is a Spiral Dynamics book by Don Edward Beck and Christopher Cohen. You can get that book if you want, which is very fascinating. And lastly, you might be thinking, well, how the hell does this all tie into what you're doing with meditation and sitting here and all this stuff like that? Well, the higher levels of psychological development, uh, their meditation is a good help to help you transition in those stages and um, give you a greater sense of awareness and consciousness and grow your mind and yourself uh, as you're going up that spiral. Meditation is a great tool to help move you along the road that you need to get that you're going for. Uh, so that is, I guess, all I have to say about the spiral dynamics thing tonight. I might not mention it for a while, but it's a really great tool for understanding, you know, yourself and the you know all the way from your family to your friends to your town, your city, your state, province, wherever the hell you live, country, and the world. Um, so I guess I'll end the little chat there, and we'll get into our meditation. And yeah, so I'll start the music. If you want, join me. 20 minutes we're gonna do here, and we'll get her started. another good sit under the belt. Hope you guys enjoyed that. So the scripture I got for this week, I don't even know if it's a scripture. I was looking at Taoism because I'd never really looked at it before. Apparently it was kind of like the thing that ran alongside Confucianism, if they're even considered religions or whatever. It was around, I think, started around the same time as Confucianism. I could be totally wrong. I don't know. But I was looking through some of their scriptures. Apparently, some of their stuff hasn't even been translated into English yet. It comes out of China, apparently. And one of the things I found was the 49 barriers, whether that's just a barrier for life or for reaching enlightenment. I'm not sure, but I was reading through it and I found this one that I liked, and one of the barriers in Taoism revolves around wealth. And because I talked quite a bit with the spiral dynamics and stuff, we might be going a little longer than usual. This is just a small little blurb here. But anyway, fourth barrier in Taoism, wealth. Wealth is separated between the wealth of the world and the wealth of the great law. Wealth of the world is measured in gold, silver, pearls, and jade. The wealth of the great law is measured by virtues and sincerity. It is to accumulate wealth heavy in virtue and light in gold. Take sincerity over pearls and jade, benevolence over faith, over precious metals and stones, comfortable breathing and relaxed repose over beneficial commodities. See existence and truth as great riches, peace and quiet as property, although while cultivating, while your body still resides within the realm, one cannot completely abandon riches, but must remember to always make the virtuous decisions in spite of profit. Comply with the natural order, avoid calamity, and help those in need. Build temples and places of worship. Engage wholly with the religious teachings. Use all wealth appropriately. Accumulate wealth of the great law. Never use the spirit to swindle or make money. Use the Buddha to make money or become rich for private gain. All right, so there you have it. The fourth barrier of Taoism. Anyway, I hope you guys liked this evening. I hope you will do a little bit of homework and check out some of that spiral dynamic stuff I was talking about, because once you get into it, it is really fascinating. At least I'm into it. I like it. But I also got to watch tonight, turn it into some crazy belief system that, can't be wrong and become all ideological about it. It is just a model, and models are fallible. And so just keep that in mind with the spiral dynamics. But anyway, if you're new tonight and or watching this at a later date, I always throw it out there to try your, the 30-day, 20 minutes a day meditation. Give that a go, and see what it can do in your life. Keep up with your practices. Don't do these just here with me. For anyone else who watches this, make sure that you do your meditations. Try to do it every single day if you can. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching. And if you want to check out any of my other stuff, I keep this stuff on YouTube. I always repost it there, and I keep it on this channel. And I guess with all that said, I'll end it here tonight. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys again next Thursday. All right, night.